It's just got so much personality that I don't mind it potentially contending for a top 10 spot, just given what it is. And I mean, you know, the Tornado could be a vehicle, whatever. He's a vehicle. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Dan Larson here at the photo booth with the top 10 of 2021 so far. In the booth here is everything I have purchased this year so far. I will be removing one figure at a time until only 10 remain. Avert your eyes if you can't bear the pain of your favorite potentially being eliminated. Get some popcorn if you like watching me suffer. Quick refresher here on the rules before we get into it. Number one, to qualify for the top 10 of 2021 so far, a figure had to be released in 2021. There is some wiggle room for stuff that hit right at the end of 2020 that wasn't really out in circulation, because that always happens and cool stuff gets caught in limbo. Two, I had to purchase it. If I didn't buy it, it doesn't qualify for inclusion. Seems obvious, but you'd be surprised. That said, there is stuff that has been released this year so far that I've not purchased yet that I still might. So if you don't see your favorite, it's possible that it could make the top 10 later in the year if I pick it up at some point. Three, I do get samples from companies from sometimes. Also, very generous people send me stuff in the P.O. box. I only count those things if they meet rule number one. They had to be released this year, and if it was something I was going to purchase anyway. And don't forget that we'll be doing 2 more of these later this year before the big final top 10 of 2021. We usually hit this every quarter, so end of March, end of June, and end of September. Make sure you're subscribed and hit the notification bell to make sure that you don't miss out on any videos going forward. One other quick note before I get rolling here. Couple of things I should have mentioned. There are some figures here that represent multiples. Plunderlings did come out. Plunderlings was a Kickstarter that got fulfilled very, very late, or very, very, very late 2020, very, very early 2021. So for me, I didn't receive mine until very early 2021. So I'm counting that as a 2021 release because you could not have acquired it prior to that. Also, I'm only going to keep 1 figure in the booth here because if I put like 8 figures in here, there'd just be too much going on here. And then what was my other note I was going to say? I don't remember. Let's just get into it. I'll let you know if I think of anything as we go along here. You know what? The other thing I wanted to mention was that usually the first quarter top 10, the first top 10 of 20 whatever year so far, usually there aren't that many figures in the booth. If you go back and look historically, I'm usually saying something like, hey, it's been a pretty slow year and there's only like 13 figures in the booth, so I'm only gonna have to eliminate 3. That's gonna make this a heck of a lot easier. But this year's just been crazy. I don't know if there were delays from last year, if this was always the plan, if people, just so much going on. Container shipment losses and global pandemic and all that other stuff. There's just a lot of figures going out, and it's been crazy, and there's still other stuff I wanted to grab. So I shudder to think what the actual top 10 is going to look like at the end of this year. Last year was probably the most figures I've ever had in the booth at one time. This year I think is just going to blow that away. Anyway, back to the. I'm just stalling. Let's get back to it. And I should have mentioned this at the top as well. The order has nothing. The order that I pull these out has nothing to do with anything. So forget that. Just worry about the last 10. And when I get to the final 10, I'll put those in order, and we'll be done with this, and I can sleep again. This figure was a bit of a disappointment. I was really looking forward to this one, obviously, from The Mandalorian, and just obviously being a Mandalorian. But man, I think it was built on the Jango Fett body. Just what a mess. Like right out of the package, like it wasn't even a matter of it being stuck, but this knee pin just popped right out. And I don't know, these hoses are gonna crack and snap, and I don't know. Whatever. I wanted it to be top 10, but it's not top 10. And, you know, I feel bad, like, ugh, you know, this is such a simple figure, Phantom, or like Graphite Silver Surfer, as opposed to, you know, Tyrannosaurus Rex Megatron here in the background. Price point is different, complexity of engineering is different, materials are different, but it's like I may just like something simpler more, like this Panther. I really like this Panther, and this Panther's probably going to stick around longer than T-Rex Megatron, and that's just how things work. Happy to see Firestar finally get the 6-inch plastic treatment here, but I don't think she's a top 10 figure for me. I don't know how this guy's stuck around. I've really been having fun with this figure. I don't know why. I didn't even want the regular red one, and then I went out and got him because I grabbed blue. But you know, just sort of a Power Rangers redo. You know, another dinosaur themed Sentai Squadron series. All right, what do we got left here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ugh, we still got to eliminate more. This is the first time a vehicle is actually up for consideration. McFarlane's Batbike here, which I just think it's got so much personality. It was sold by itself, and it's just got so much personality that I don't mind it potentially contending for a top 10 spot, just given what it is. And I mean, you know, the Tornado could be a vehicle, whatever. He's a vehicle. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. What are we down to? 12, 3, 6, 9, 12. All right, we got to get 3 more out of here. All right, this figure's cool, but I don't think you're top 10. Oh, boy. You know, Zartan... Phantom is cool. It's just, you know, compared to the rest of this stuff, it's a pretty simple thing. Yeah, but I like it. It's kind of a purple thing going on here, maybe. Purple and black. All right, Superman, 1, 2, 3. I think, oh, God, it's really cool to have a Panther. Oh, you know, the other thing I didn't mention at the top of this here was that it is very possible for things to work their way back into the top 10. This is just how, you know, this is a snapshot of what's going on right now, today, in the booth, right now, how I'm feeling. But, you know, next month somebody could come back into the top 10 after that, especially for the last top 10 of the year. Things change, you know, you live with a figure for a long time, you start to like it, you start to dislike it. Things that didn't bother you much at the beginning start to frustrate you later on. You know, like this is Zartan. It's a really, really nice figure. I'm super psyched that they made it. I'm very appreciative of the fact that I was able to get it. You know, a pre-order that actually got shipped early. I don't love how they did the hood. There's other little things about it that you know, bug me, and those are the things that make the difference when we're talking about top 10 stuff here right now. And I'm trying to eliminate 2 more figures. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. 1 more figure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. Oh, I only have to eliminate 1 more. Oh, awesome. I mean, it could just be Zartan. Ugh, I don't know. I mean, G.I. Joe versus Phantom. I gotta go. All right. Defenders of the Earth has never really been a thing for me. I'm not a big fan of the franchise. I love the fact that Phantom and Flash Gordon and Ming and you know, all those characters are getting made. I have not had a chance to acquire Ming or Flash yet, so it's possible that 1 or more of them could make it into the final top 10 later on, but for now I'm going to pull that just to make it easier on myself. All right, so let me make sure we've got 10 here. We've got Plunderlings Goyle, we've got Rodimus, we've got Panther, we've got Graphite Silver Surfer, which is a surprise to me. We've got Batbike. My frame is up so close. We've got Zartan, Zorro, and Tornado, which I'm counting as 1. We've got Superman, Megatron, and Mandarin Spawn from McFarlane. If nothing else, this guy's absolutely going to get bounced once the red and gold version, which looks more like the vintage figure. Is it vintage? Oh, God, it really is, isn't it? It's over... Is that figure over 20 years old? It can't be. It can't be. It can be. It might be. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thank goodness there are 10 figures here. I'm going to drop this camera angle a smidge. Just to line these up a little bit better. Let's see what we got here. All right. All right, let's do this. Number 10. Number 10 is, I think number 10 is probably the easiest here, because there's definitely a couple figures that were borderline for me no matter what. And that's going to be, I really like Graphite Silver Surfer, but I think he's actually going to be number 10. They could put this figure out in as many different variations. Translucent, sparkly, stone, whatever. I don't care. I don't care if it's actually something that happened in the comics or movies or whatever. Just put it out in all different colors, and I love it. I think it's great. All right, so we're going to go 10. We're going to go Zartan at 9. We're going to go... This Bat Bike is real cool. I like it even more. If you follow me on Instagram, at toygalaxy, on Instagram, I paired this up with... I don't want the Batman figure. I don't care about that. But I paired it up with a Mythic Legions just army builder skeleton with the bone bat wings, and then an electric guitar and a cloth cape from Daredevil 19 Customs. And I absolutely love it. I didn't put that figure in here because I was just basing this on the bike, but I'm going to put the bike here because it would be weird for me to rank that any higher. But 10, 9, 8. I'm going to put Mandarin Spawn at 7. Probably rank it higher if it had a little bit more paint detail on it. Left just a lot of... There's some really nice detail on this, but there's also a lot of just overlooked spots and some filled in detail and whatever. This shoulder pad keeps popping off even though I glued it on. And I had to do some actual cosmetic trimming of pieces to get a little bit more posability out of it. So could have been better. We'll see how the red and gold version does. I would imagine exactly the same. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 is going to be... probably put... Look, it might be controversial, but for me, I'm going to put Megatron at 6. I'm not a huge Megatron guy. Not this version, anyway. He's 6. Oh, I didn't give myself enough room here. All right, he's 6. I'm never going to transform this thing ever again. I love what they did as far as the 2 different modes, the sort of rubbery kind of skin. I hate that tail weapon is attached to his left hand, and you cannot remove that whatsoever. I'm just enamored with the whole Dinosaur Man thing. It's a fantastic robot mode, but it's still, you know, I don't know, it's still Beast Wars, and the character doesn't do anything for me. So all of these other characters have become more important to me, if for no other reason than the character that I put into them. So we're 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Number 5 is going to be... I'm going to go 5 is Panther... Guinevere? I don't remember what the Panther's name is. Panther's 5, so we got 6, 5. 4 is going to be Zorro and Tornado from Boss Fight Studios. 3 is going to be... I think we're going to go 3 is probably going to be Superman. This is a really nice Superman figure from Mafex. Technically based on Jim Lee style and the weird sort of muted tones from that particular series. I don't have the Batman. I didn't want the Batman. I got the Superman because I'm a bigger Superman fan than I am a Batman fan. And then number 2, we're going to go Hot Rod, which is just an absolutely gorgeous figure. And then at number 1, I'm going to frame this up a little better here. Number 1 is going to be Plunderlings, specifically this one, Goyle. They are just an absolute treat of an action figure line. If you didn't have a chance to back the Kickstarter last year when it happened, they have put up more figures for pre-order. That pre-order I think is still going on. Check them out at, I think you can get them at Big Bad Toy Store, maybe Entertainment Earth. But there's a couple of designs, I think 6 different characters that they put back up for pre-order. So hopefully, I think they're making those to order based on those pre-orders, but check those out. They're so fun. They're so unique. They have just so much character and charisma, interchangeable parts, and just fully articulated. Definitely check them out. Plunderlings is the name of the line. But that's going to be the top 10 so far of 2021. Silver Surfer, Marvel Legends Silver Surfer, Classified Zartan, Batbike, Mandarin Spawn, Megatron, Panther, Zorro, Superman, Hot Rod, and the Plunderlings. Can we get this in here a little closer? Just in case. There we go. How about, there we go. Good stuff. All right. Yeah, I think that's it. All right, thanks for watching. Please hit like, hit subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Thank you very much to those of you who already are. If you haven't heard, we have a primary channel called Toy Galaxy. This is my script from the other video. Head over there and subscribe for stuff we don't post here. If you're in the position to help the channel grow, please visit our Patreon or become a YouTube channel member. Quick shout out. Oh, jeez, I'm still reading the old script. please share this video and let us know in the comments down below what your current number 1 is, and if there's anything coming up this year that has been announced that you think might be able to knock it out of that top spot. For me, there are 2 Boba Fett's that are starting to ship, starting to hit shelves right now that are conspicuously absent from this top 10, and I expect to have them both by the next time we do this. Thanks, later.